As I said in the intro, in the B part I use a lick that follows the shape of this chord. A flat minor sixth in the 4th position. It gives me the opportunity to do something else, other than diminished licks. It is good to find some variation in your sound as well. In the second part of the bridge, I use the same thing, but with some variation for A minor. It might sound a bit odd, but it is just an extract from the same lick that I play on A flat minor. In the last A part, I basically do the same as what I did in the other A parts, playing diminished arpeggios as substitutes for dominant 7th chords, and following chord shapes of the chords I arrive at. In the first bar, just a high G again, doubled, focusing on an important note in G minor, an easy one again. Then a diminished run over D7 flat 9, beginning with a chromatic line. Then just going down, following the dim arpeggio, ending in G minor. This one uses a kind of a repeating motive taken from the second A part. Then a dim run, substituting F7 flat 9. Going to B flat. Same for going from B diminished to C minor. B, going to C minor. This targets the 2 notes on C minor to make sure that the audience knows that you have resolved. Then the same 2-note motive for G minor. And the diminished run over A flat 7, flat 9, and D7 flat 9, going to G minor again. To end this section, I will give you the general rules for applying the diminished concept. It is important to realize that there are 2 tricks or 2 ways to apply the diminished chord. First one, when you want to substitute a dominant 7th chord for a diminished chord, just go up a semitone from the tonic of the dominant 7th chord. This is where you play the diminished chord. For example, D7, E flat diminished, root, semitone higher to E flat, then you have your diminished substitute chord. Now the starting tone is a flat 9. You can also start with the 3rd. That's the 3rd of D7 and play diminished run. Or the 5th. It's the 5th. Or the 7th. As you see, all these notes automatically are part of the same arpeggio. And as you might know already, the dim chord is movable in minor thirds. From every place you arrive at, after having moved a minor third, you can derive the original D7 chord from your diminished shape. Root, semitone higher, diminished. D7, root, semitone higher, diminished. D7, root, semitone higher, your diminished chord. D7, root, semitone higher, there you have your diminished chord. Mind you that you should not automatically play a flat 9 over every dominant 7th chord. Sometimes it is not recommended. It is a matter of taste how many times you do this. Or it could be specifically asked by the chord symbol. Depending on the chord's function in the harmony, a dominant 7 with a normal 9 might be required. The second way to apply diminished chords is to think of the target note, which is the root of the chord you want to go to. Begin a semitone under that target note and play your diminished arpeggio. For example, if you want to go to G minor, like in Douce Ambiance, take the F sharp and play the diminished arpeggio, and starting on that note to resolve to G minor. F sharp diminished, resolve. Or a high F sharp, diminished, and I resolve to G. You have to realize that this is an example solo with obvious and maybe sometimes overly exaggerated diminished stuff. It is an exercise and meant to show all the possibilities and applications of the diminished arpeggios and substitutions. It is also good for your understanding of this diminished material to listen to what Django Reinhardt played himself. I'll give a few great examples played by Django. These will help you significantly, both for just getting the sound in your ears and also for sorting out exactly what's happening, harmony and guitar-wise. Have a listen to, for example, Minor Swing, the run to the major 6th in A minor, or the intro of the Minor Blues, or the opening lick of Django's solo in Mélodie au crépuscule. I hope that you take the effort to listen to these samples in order to begin mastering this subject. It will really bring you closer to one of the most distinctive and idiomatic sounds in the gypsy jazz guitar style. Good luck!